about time they show up. They want to hear my voice? Mm-hmm. It's not 7 yet. Sometimes this thing is so cantankerous. Who have I missed? Pam.
So maybe this isn't Tracy, it's an imposter.
It's Tracy. We got a few minutes. This is our pre-game show. Who else do we have watching? Who said they love my voice? Amanda. Oh, thank you, Erica. Y'all notice I'm using a different writing color than I was the other night. Heather says, hi, Keith.
Hello. We have Denmark, Australia, and Mexico.
And we have, looks like we have a new watcher. Are you new tonight? Hi, Rhonda. Sugar. Oh, Dawn, that's sweet. Hi, Delisha. Oh, that's a beautiful name. Let's write that one. We got time for a couple more, and then we're going to get our class started. Susie.
You said she got her sister.
That's awesome, Melanie. What's your sister's name? Let's see if we can fit Jeanette on here. She has a long name. Jim? That's my daddy. Hi, Jim. Okay, we can do one more. Karina. Let's do your name. That's beautiful. Welcome to Wednesday night class. Yay! This is our pre-game show. Last week we adopted, or Sunday night we adopted or we decided we would try this just little feature 10 minutes before class starts and just have a digital shout out to some of y'all. And you loved it Sunday night, so I changed the design so that we can have a rainbow font today, and that's what we did today. Maybe I'll do some glitter lettering for Sunday. How's that sound? Good. All right, let's turn the lights on, you guys, if you don't mind. We have a live model tonight for class. Hit that light button right here for me, please. And come into view. All right, GGO, y'all look here. We got these nails ready to go. We do not have a bundle tonight because tonight is an exhale. Now we have everything in stock that I'm going to use tonight, but I didn't put a bundle together. I thought maybe we just have some fun with this. Is that all right with y'all if I do that? Lucky model. You guys, look what I'm going to be doing on this model. Honey. So real quick, there is a new item that I'm using tonight, and it's a new release from Clear Jelly Stamper. Let me show you what that is. It's this new plate. The plate number is CJS217. I forgot to look up the name. It's on our website as 217 though. And it's all these little snake and reptile patterns. And guess what? On the other side of the card, they show you the steps of how to use it. All right. So it's got one of these newer gallery cards. If you had a hard time painting that dragon eye I showed a few weeks ago, look, it's got an eye on it that you can use as a dragon eye. So you don't want to miss this one, honey, because this is a limited edition for us. So it is Clear Jelly Stamper 217. And I'm going to pair this with this beautiful blue gel polish.
It's called the snake plate.
The snake plate. Oh, that's easy. We're going to use Dancing My Blues Away. And then we're also going to use one of Miss Tracy's new polishes, Shine on Sunflower. You wouldn't think these two would go together, but trust me, it's going to be really, really pretty. And do y'all remember a couple of weeks ago when this little neon pigment powder blew up? Well, I'm going to pull that out again tonight and incorporate with some of this, because sometimes, you know, we watch one class on how to use something one time and there's tons of other uses for it. So let's get to going. All right, here we go, GGO. We're going to put down some white gel polish and some of this blue gel polish. This Dancing My Blues Away. Here we go. I've already rebalanced her nails. And I think I want all of these blue except the ring finger I'm going to do in white. So I'm going to go ahead and start polishing here. So everything I'm using tonight is over on the website, www.themobilemanicurist.com. And Keith is here tonight. Y'all say hello to Keith. We broke him in today on this beetle box, honey. He's done a really good job. So, yeah, it's not easy to catch on to all the things that we do here. Matter of fact, he came in my office at one point. He's like, I don't know how you do everything you've been doing. I'm like, yep. And I got a little out of bounds there. So sorry about that. Isn't this blue beautiful?
I love it.
Okay, go in and freeze cure that for me. Just freeze it a little bit. Now, these Scotty gel polishes, you guys, pretty much cover in one coat. Y'all can see how nice that covered. And I'm just going to rock on while I got this color in hand and do the rest of these, because I'll only need one coat of this on there. This is Dancing My Blues Away, and it's got a beautiful little shimmer to it. Yes, honey. Now, the brush in this bottle has a little rounded cat tongue to it. So that's why it's so easy to polish back close to the cuticle. Right? Ooh, pretty. And we decided to do this little short almond tonight just because this really elongates her nails. Y'all look at that. Come up close and look at that. How pretty. Yes, we know the cuticles is crusty because we've been working on these. In you go, please. And cross over with this hand for me.
I can't get back on the side.
Right, there you are. And we're going to go ahead and put this blue on this hand. We're going to put white on the ring fingers now because I'm going to do a little specialty art technique on that one.
Your dad said Keith needs to teach a class.
Keith needs to teach a class. Keith is actually a good teacher. Maybe he could offer a class in something besides nails, right?
Tell him my Alabama accent. He won't understand.
He said his Alabama accent, nobody would understand him. Hey, they understand me, right?
Sugar Star says she volunteers as a nail model.
Oh, you will, Sugar? A lot of people say they'll volunteer as a nail model, only most people don't live here. So, oh, y'all look, that blue. It's fabulous. Let's get this pinky in. It's such a, I'm not going to say a stark blue. It's a cross between a royal blue and a frosty blue. And
What's the name of the color again?
number 91, Dancing My Blues Away. In the search box, all you got to do is type in 91. And sometimes I can just polish and rock right on and not have to get my little brush out for the cuticle area. And then other times, I have to get that little itty bitty brush out. But this is one of those times I don't think I might have to. I got a little gel that's run right there, but I'll catch that with my file. Let's grab her thumb.
Oh, she understood me today just fine.
We will do the thumb white also. All right. Because I want this art technique on both. So this nail's not going to stay white, you guys. And I'll show you here in just a second why we need a white base down. Dawn, you understood him just fine. Y'all had to talk to Keith a lot on the phone today, didn't you? Many of you did. Oh, that's so pretty. In you go, please. We're going to do ring finger and this thumb in the white. It's a really pretty shape on her, isn't it? You'll see all right. Y'all have to speak up if you can't see now. Say something. All right, here we go. White. Normally I try to have some of this artwork stuff pre-done, but we just hadn't had time today. I feel like I've been racing against the clock all blessed day, honey. And I didn't get near done what I wanted to get done.
Rhonda said thanks. She's excited about her prize getting delivered tomorrow.
Yay. Listen, y'all. If you live within 4, 5, 6 hours driving distance of me, you need to be here this weekend because this is our used product sale. It only happens one time a year. And people have asked me, Miss Tracy, what's in a used product sale? Mostly it's things that I have demoed with that I've only opened one time. So there's been very little used out of it. It might be a 10-piece foil, but I might have only used one of the pieces in it. And we heavily discount those items that we have opened.
Lynn says, what is the name of the almond-shaped nails?
Almond. They're almond.
Somebody from Australia wants to know if you send beetle boxes to Australia.
We do. It's not free shipping to Australia. It's free shipping in the United States.
Stephanie wants to know if there's any more openings for the beetle box still.
We think we're full for April, don't we?
Yeah, just very few.
I think we're full. We can't go 100% full because if somebody gets a box that's lost and they file their claim with post office or whatever, we have to have an extra on hand that we can send out for that. I don't think we can take any more for April, but we can for May.
Rhonda says she can't wait to see you Saturday.
I know, Rhonda. I'm so glad you're coming. Y'all see how good this white is covering in one coat? I know Facebook distorts our quality of our video, so it may not look as nice and smooth and even on camera as what it's looking in person.
Joyce says, will you offer leftovers from Saturday at Press On Boot Camp?
Yes, all of my April classes are sold out here. Every single one of them, honey. There is not a space to squeeze in a fly. So if there are any of the used product that doesn't sell will be out on display for all of my April classes. I cannot say what will be left by boot camp, by the Press On Nail boot camp.
What's the name of the white polish, Tracy?
It's called White Canvas. Give me just a second. I want to even that up. Just a second with my little brush here. Hold on. Just because I'm picky, honey, we're going to put us a tad of gel polish. And before we cure that, let's go right up in here.
Dawn says, when I worked in the ER, they would call me in some rooms when they were 7 districts. They kind of had their own accents down there in St. Mary's in certain areas to
Oh, yeah.
what they're saying, so she could understand me.
All right, Indigo, please. Did I get white on that one? All right,
Yep.
Here's what we got, y'all.
She already pretty.
Look, if we stopped there, look how beautiful. Just because we have a nice shape, this almond comes out like really, really tight. Can y'all see that? So now, let's talk about, let's see, which one of these do I want to do first? Let's talk about the white nails. We're going to pop down a little bit of clear rubber base on top of there because if you've heard me talk about this particular lacquer that we carry, this does not have a tacky layer to it. It's just lightly, I wouldn't even call it sticky. It's just enough so it'll hold your top coat. But what I want a really tacky layer because I'm going to put some neon pigments on here. And they have to hold in something sticky.
Eileen says, what can you do to prevent the white polish from changing its color?
You need a stain-resistant top coat. Eileen, that's a good question. The only one we have in stock right now is the Flexi Gloss. Okay, so this will give us, we're going to pop this in the lamp for 30 seconds, and we're going to go ahead and do this other. Look how nice that one looks, even. And let's pop this on here. This is the same thing, clear rubber base and the thumb. Clear rubber base. This is going to do 2 things. It's going to add some extra strength into these nails, plus it's going to give us our sticky layer that we need. In you go, please. Now I'm going to take my acrylic brush size 4 right here. And I'm going to open up these babies. If you didn't get these last week, they're back in stock. Or maybe it's 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? I think it was. 12-piece set is $32.95. You get this nice little carry case. Child, look at these things. These are shining like the top of the Chrysler building. I want green. I want this blue one, and I want the yellow one. Honey, that's hotter than a tamale.
Mm-hmm.
Kim caught a live from Europe, Belgium today.
Yay, Belgium. Oopsie. Okay, so I'm going to use, y'all see how these look crumbly? They're supposed to. Neon pigments have the texture of cornstarch just because they're so opaque. I'm going to work right out of the lids, okay? Did you break a nail, girl?
No, I think I touched the napkin.
Oh.
Whoops.
Come on. Slide your hand out of the way so I don't get this everywhere.
Anakin says hello from Denmark.
Hi from Denmark. Who do we have watching? Where else are y'all watching from tonight? Do we have any newbies from anywhere? Do we have, where else we got besides Denmark, Belgium, United States? Here we go, GGO. Let me zoom in so y'all can see what I'm going to do. So I got my 3 little pigment lids here. I'm going to start with the lightest pigment first, which is the yellow. And I'm just going to mingle that. It's no rhyme or reason to the pattern. I just kind of pop it down. And the reason I want to start with the lightest one first is because I don't want, if I start with the blue, I'm going to contaminate my other pigments. A little green, a little green.
Cheryl from Australia, Penny from New Zealand, Samantha from Twin Falls, Idaho.
Yay, thank y'all for
Allison
being
from
here.
Northern Ireland.
Oh, hi, Allison.
Penny
Yep,
from
too.
Northern Ireland.
Oh, hi, Penny.
Stephanie from Oklahoma.
Hi, Stephanie. All right, y'all see how I'm just popping that down? Now you see why I had to have a tacky layer to put it in? Now, just kind of dry off your brush and pat, 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 pat. I'm just going to pat all that down. Right over here, I want just a little bit more blue. And I'm going to take a tiny bit more blue because I don't know if you can see. Do you see how it still looks a little shiny? That's that tacky layer that you're seeing through those pigments. So it will still hold even a little bit more.
Lindsay asked, do you have a base coat on?
Yes, this is rubber base that I put down over the white. Now, here's the secret, y'all. Listen. You're going to take a little bit of acetone on your brush, not much, and then I'm just going to touch, 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 and let it mingle all that together. Come up closer. Oh, honey, look at that.
That's so cute.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be beautiful. Let's do another take. We're going to do the same thing right here. Dry off your brush. We're going to start with the yellow. Look, this is super quick and easy. I know it's taking me a little bit longer because I'm teaching y'all as I go. Right? Now green.
Newfoundland, New Zealand.
Wow, y'all are
Canary
just...
Island, Spain.
Ooh, Spain. I want to visit Spain.
Me too.
A little bit of blue.
Did you cure the rubber base? I missed
Yes, I did. We did cure the rubber base for 30 seconds. We only want the rubber base to be tacky. We don't want it to be wet.
Kim from Australia says the whole world.
Oh, all right. Dry your brush off. Now we're going to use the belly of the brush. This brush is in our store. Okay. Keith is posting the link as to where all of these are available. So take the belly of that brush, tap it down. Y'all, I don't do acrylic nails. I have acrylic brushes that I use for other things. But I am not, I'll do 3D acrylic, but I don't do acrylic nails. The monomer always bothered me. Plus, where I was mobile, I couldn't use it here mobile. I had to be in a properly vented salon. It's just a state law here in Virginia. So, that's how I got used to using gel. Isn't that pretty? That acetone causes some kind of reaction, honey. Now I'm just going to let that finish drying. Make sure all that acetone is evaporated from there. Let's do the other two.
That's so pretty.
Here we go. Yellow. And at this point, I'm having a little bit, put those down for me, of cross-contamination pull through that yellow. Can y'all see that? I'm not too worried about it just yet. But I may have to stop and clean my brush out before I do the other nail. Blue. Blue, blue. Let's put a little bit more green here. As long as you're seeing that tacky layer. Ooh, this one's going to be pretty too. Belly of the brush, tap it down. Now acetone, and you don't need a lot of acetone. You just barely want your brush to be not even wet. There is that. Here we go. Let's go here. Now I'm using the Neon Pigments. This is the 12-piece set. These colors are not available individually. Just because who want to buy individually when you could get all 12 colors? And you can do this with mango, red, purple. This same nail would be really pretty done in different color combos, I think. I think a sunset color combo would be really gorgeous. And so now we're just tapping that in all over. Belly of the brush. And you can feel that tackiness on the nail especially. And now let's get some acetone.
Is acetone not running?
You don't want enough on your brush for it to be runny. It's like you put your brush in the acetone and then you dry it off, leaving just a little bit of fluid. Like you can hardly feel that wet, can you?
Yeah, I don't feel anything.
And you want it to be mingly and relax your thumb and splotchy, and that's how you want it to be. But I want some more blue in this one. Not quite enough blue for my like. Right there. Okay, let me put the tops on my powders. Again, look at all these gorgeous colors you'll get, honey. Hello, thank you for the order. I don't even know what I did with it. Oh, here they are. I would say, if I had to guess, there's 1 to 2 grams of powder in each one of these. Y'all, it's enough. It'll get you through 4 or 5 summer seasons. Seriously, you are not going to use all of this. And while we could put this in a fancy jar, we're just not going to do it. This is a seasonal product, and we're trying to keep the cost down on it. So all 12 of these is, what? It's less than $3 a piece in the set. So that is the Neon Pigment Powder set. All right, GGO. We are going to put some matte top coat down.
Sandra said you were the bestest teacher ever.
Oh, thank you, Sandra. All right, let's do these first since we started with these. I'm going to put a matte top coat on all of these, and then I'm going to get my reptile plate going. If you did not see this reptile plate we're going to use tonight, it's a brand new release. I showed it in a group last week, I think, when I got the sample in. But I was waiting for this live so I would have the plate to use live. Okay, let's do her thumb. You're late, Elizabeth. It's okay, honey. Elizabeth is coming to my used product sale Saturday. All right, this I'm using No Shine, by the way, because I'm getting ready to get my chrome out, and I don't want my background chromed too. In you go, please. That needs 60 seconds inside of the lamp. Let's just make sure. There we go. Hi, Leah. You're here. We're glad you're here. Here we go, GGO. Y'all see how those pigments have stayed put? They're not moving. I'm just making sure I get everything, even that little side wall coated. Let me have your thumb now. And you know what? Don't stress out if your pigment does not go on in the same fashion as Miss Tracy's goes on. Because nobody's going to be looking at your nail beside of my nail. They don't know. And the chances of you getting two exactly alike are probably 1 in a million. And you go, please. How long did that go in the lamp?
60.
60? Okay, y'all see how nice and matte that is? Let's get us the towel. Okay, slide that hand out of the way for me. I'm going to back off just a little bit. I know I'm way close up in frame here. This is our new snake plate. It's called a snake plate. And we're going to grab, this is a 2-step stamping. This is the background. This is what goes over top it. I'm going to grab this one. And I am using sticky stamping polish. I know I set it out. Let me get my stamper.
Andre says, so Flexi Gel keeps the whites white.
Flexi Gel. What are we talking about? Flexigloss is a HEMA-free top coat. What were we talking about? I'm lost.
Does it keep the white?
It is not a stain resistant top coat, but I thought she was asking if how certain top coats will turn yellow in the lamp. Is that what you're asking?
She said, so the Flexi Gel keeps the whites white.
It does not turn yellow in the lamp, if that's what you're asking. All right, here we go, GGO. We're going to ink up this right here. This is the underside of our snake print. I'm using a sticky white stamping polish. I gotta get all my things ready. I'm getting ahead of myself. Hold on. I lost my train of thought there. Hold on just a second. Waiting in the wings, I have got a stamper. And where is my chrome that I had on this?
Did you cure the rubber base and then apply the pigments?
Yes, I did. My chrome is missing. Hold on.
Is that it right there?
Yes. All right. Snow Queen Chrome. The snow chromes, is that what they're called? Snow creams.
Mm-hmm.
Snow creams. They look white in the jar, you guys, but they have a hollow to it. Can you see that gold hollow? So what I'm going to do is, I don't like to waste my chromes. And I'm going to put a little bit of that chrome on my stamper. Just a little bit.
Elizabeth says, yes, girl, I'll be there with my smile on.
All right, here we go, GGO. White sticky polish. See there? This is the back side of our reptile snake skin. We're going to pop that down. We're going to chrome it. Yes, honey. While that is drying, I'm going to do the same thing to the thumb. Here we go, GGO. Isn't that adorable? Let's clean our stamper. And let me have your thumb, please. Same thing. This pattern is super easy to match up, you guys. Super, super easy. Right there. And we're going to chrome. Can you see that? Yeah. Other hand, please. We're going to do all this at once while I got the white on here. Wait till you see this when the top portion goes on it. So pretty. And this ring finger. And hey, you know, if you have a different reptile stamping plate, don't worry. Yours don't have to be exactly like mine. All right. And let's do the thumb. Get this last little bit of pattern here. And thumb. Yay! Now don't worry about what's on her skin. We'll clean that up here at the very end. All right. Let's get rid of the white. Clean your stamping plate real good. This is part 2 of that. Here's part 1. Here's part 2. Part 2 we're going to do in, what did I set out? Black? I think so. Just plain old black stamping polish. You could use navy if you wanted to. But I thought black showed up better with these neon pigments. Now we pick this up. And you can see exactly how that's going to line up. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Oh, honey.
Oh.
Is that stamping polish?
This is stamping polish. This is stamping polish. Look how beautiful that is. Now listen, don't try. You see all the fine detail and etching in this here? Don't you ink that again unless you clean that out of there, because then you're not going to get as clean of a transfer and it's going to look real sloppy. So always clean it out. You can see how we got a nice clean transfer. Then clean off your stamper, and now you're ready to ink it again. I know what you're saying, but Miss Tracy, that's a hassle to clean that thing every time. You want perfect nails or not?
Do you have to cure the stamp?
No, this is water-based stamping polish, so it does not have to be cured. And now we're going to match up that pattern again. Y'all see that? That's perfect.
Oh.
That is beautiful. Child, these nails going to be a showstopper. Everybody's going to be asking Ashley, oh, girl, who does your nails?
When I get coffee in the drive-thru.
Do not tell them. Do not tell them I did your nails, honey. We don't want no more client. All right, look, we got this one. Let's compare the two and see how finished that makes that look, right? Okay, so let's ink again in black. Stamping polish is highly pigmented, you guys. It is not meant to be painting toenails with. It is meant for artwork. It's expensive. You get a tiny bottle compared to a larger bottle of lacquer, but it's so worth it. That's already dry. If I needed to, I could top coat that already. All right. Okay, last one. Let's do this thumb. And this is just plain old black Clear jelly stamper stamping polish. All this is available on our website, www.themobilemanicures.com. Here we go, GGO. Let's stamp this last one. Line it up. Pop it down. Oh, yes. Woohoo! It's gorgeous, isn't it?
At least it's gonna be dark when I drive home.
It
so
is
I don't
so
get distracted.
beautiful. All right, so what I would like to do is, because these nails are not going to get anything else, the ones I just finished, I am going to go ahead and seal those in a top coat just in case I make a boo-boo somewhere down the road. And then I don't really mess with that.
Those are so pretty.
They are beautimous. Now, I double top coat all of my artwork, y'all. And the key to a double top coat so it doesn't peel off, let me zoom y'all in so you can see, is this first top coat you put on, you only going to cure this about 10 seconds. And then you're going to go ahead and put your second top coat on. Otherwise, if you fully cure it, it's going to be too slick to hold the next top coat. Freeze that for me, please. Don't worry about what's around the fingers. We'll get that in a second. We don't want to disturb this artwork right now. As soon as we get this sealed up, though, and cured, then we can clean that off. It only goes a few seconds. That finger in, please. Yes, honey. And come out with that hand. Watch your timers. Don't over cure this first top coat you're putting on. In you go, please. Hi, Dee Dee. How are you? Glad to have you join us. Okay, in you go, please. Now we're going to go with the second top coat. Before I put that second one on, I'm just going to feel to make sure I don't feel anything sticking up, and I don't. And now this second top coat, we can go the full 30 to 60 seconds. Whichever top coat you're using is how long you'll cure it. You use your favorite.
As it says, Miss Ashley, don't disturb your nails packing all the goods.
I'll try.
In you go. These nails are smoking, honey.
They'll still be on when you get here on
We should call
Saturday.
these the smoking dragon.
Ooh.
Erica says that's
Switch.
so cute.
Isn't it adorable? Just wait, we're not done.
Pretty.
We're not done. You could stop here with this. We are going to do one more. Just so I can show you the versatility of the color and just everything. In you go, please.
Yep, Eileen, we can combine your orders.
We always do, honey.
It's not a problem.
Ashley's always looking out for you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
All right. Can y'all see that gold, that snow cream gold just shimmering like crazy up underneath there? Isn't that beautiful? Look at that straight light line. How pretty. In you go, please.
Andre says I'm going to do exactly that design when I get my plate from you.
You are? All right, now y'all, let's do, I don't want to cover up all of this blue. So I think we'll just do one more art now, and we're going to do it right here. So it's the neighbor with this one right here. Okay. So get you, these are little cosmetic wedges I get at the Dollar Tree. What you want to do is you want to pick at it. Take the whole end off like this. And when you do that, it gets little craters and it just gets very uneven. Can you see that? Yeah. And now we take our white gel polish and go into these craters here. Just saturate that little sponge with it. Yes, honey. These are cheap. I prefer the Dollar Tree ones. Give it one blot, which is boing, like that. And then I'm going to go on the side of her nail here. And what happens is I get some of that really bright white, and I get some of it not so bright white because of all the craters I've got in there. And I want it kind of asymmetrical. But what I got to do before I cure her is clean this up right here. And that's just from the sponge. We don't want to cure that to her skin. In you go, please. We're going to do it again. You have to do this with every application because this sponge really drinks up your color. But if you got a messy wand, which is right here, that's a good way to clean it off, is with this. Okay, and we do one boing, boing.
Amy Sills says gorgeous.
It is.
See there? And we're going to clean up. And in we go. Now, don't re-ink the sponge again. We're going to dab back over that. And the second time, we get areas that go even brighter white. Did you see that? Or just kind of like it like that. But we'll stop right there. This is such a thin little layer of gel polish. Go on in. I dare say 20 seconds or so would cure that. And go on in with that one. And one more time, I'm going to ink my sponge. And pop. Boing. You see how I got multiple layers of whiteness in there now? And then it's kind of washed out and just sort of messy looking up here. That's the way I want it.
Rebecca
See
mentions
there?
I can't decide if it looks like clouds or ocean spray.
Oh, girl. Right? And now go look. This actually would make a really pretty ocean spray. I didn't think about that. We're going to make it some snake skin, though. All right. In you go, please. Now, let's use, we need a matte top coat. I'm going to grab some Magic Matte here. And we're just setting ourselves up for a little bit of artwork. This nail will ultimately be shiny, but not yet. In you go, please. Look, if I weren't teaching and explaining as I go, this is an easy enough design. You could rock this out in an hour probably. At least. Snowy too. Yeah, it could work for a snowy design.
Ooh.
You're right about that. Of course. And in you go. Now I gotta have my little green pigment back. I put that away too soon. I'm going to take some aqua alcohol ink, the color Cocktail. Look at these bottles, how pretty. These are Miss Tracy's inks. They are highly pigmented. They are they're hyper pigmented. Let's say that. I got aqua, I got green, and I got yellow. I'm gonna take my aqua. Watch what I do. Right here in this white portion. Boing. Okay, I'm going to take my green. And I want a little green right there. Maybe right there.
Andrea says the yellowing happens especially when I use matte on white before decals. Any help?
No, because the matte top coat cures warmer, is a warmer cure to the nail, and nobody makes a stain resistant matte top coat just yet. That sounds like your lamp is over curing. if it's turning yellow, or maybe that you have too much of the top coat on, Andrea. Try putting it on in a thinner layer. All right, watch what happens. Y'all ready? I'm going to take a little acetone. Put that one down for me. And I'm lightly going to just get these things going. Honey, won't you stop it, Miss Tracy? Ooh, beautiful. Now watch, 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 watch. I want to take this. I want to take a little acetone on my brush, a little bit wetter this time. I'm going to go into the lid right here. And I'm going to sneak in some of this wet neon right in the middle of the alcohol ink. And because I have acetone on my brush, it's going to disperse this just like it would the alcohol ink, along with the inks at the same time. Look up into here. Yup.
Kimberly says, why acetone and not alcohol?
For which one, Kimberly? For the alcohol ink, because I'll get prettier veins if I use acetone. And I want it to be very marbly. I don't want it to be soft blended. I want it to be hard blended. Okay. Let that dry just a sec. And now that this other one is drying, let's put her back under. Look what that's doing. Isn't that beautiful?
I love that.
If you find that you need a little bit more blue, you can just touch a bit of blue on and then blend it out. But remember, you have blue underneath too. But yeah, that's pretty. Very pretty. Now give me this one. Just waiting for that to dry. Let's blend this just slightly. Oh yeah. You see how that acetone gives you the pretty marbles? Acetone evaporates faster than what alcohol does as well. And that's what makes the pretty veins, is when you get the evaporation. Now neon. Ooh, ooh. That's so pretty. Girl, I put my foot up in this one now. Okay, let's let that dry. Y'all haven't even seen the prettiest part yet. Okay.
Oh.
Matte. Here's our no shine. Now look, this should say no chrome, because I want to chrome my design going on, but I don't want to chrome the rest of the nail. And this will prevent that. Okay, in you go, please. Make sure that goes a full 60. And I don't know that this one is dry just yet. You've been trying to figure out how to get the neon ink look? Yep. You can use this with monomer. You can use these pigments with monomer. Now, it takes longer to dry with monomer, so you better make sure it's dry. You can use it with acetone. You can use it with alcohol as well. You're going to be distracted this week, they said, Ashley.
Yes, ma'am, I will. I'm already staring at them.
Don't you break a nail. Because I don't know nobody that can fix it now. Oh.
Not in Lynchburg.
Okie dokie. Making sure I've got my sidewalls done. I see a few places, I got a little something hanging right there that I want to get with my nail file, but we're not worried about that right now. Okay, stamping plate. Let's clean this off. And now I'm going to catch, there's another background on here that's like this. I love this. So I'm going to catch a little bit of that. I'm going to use the white sticky stamping polish. I'm also going to go back into my chrome. And I'm just going to add a bit more onto my stamper. I don't want to waste it. Just about right there. Here we go, GGO, right here. See there? Now we're going to kind of go sort of crooked with this. Don't worry, you haven't found out what it's going to look like yet. I know what y'all thinking. She covered it up. We're not done yet. Okay, take that one out of the picture. We're going to do it again. Going to do it again.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Wait till this top coat goes on it and you see how this nail gets finished. Ooh, honey.
Allison says, I've learned so many techniques from you.
I'm so glad, Allison. You know what? Somebody asked me, Miss Tracy, how do you know what to layer together? I don't know. I just do. It's just in my nature to do it. There we go. It's just how I see it in my head, I guess. So that's, I do it like I see it.
Kimberly says, I haven't used alcohol inks that much, so I wasn't sure.
Okay, yeah.
You did answer a question.
Good, thank you, Kimberly. All right, so we're just letting it have just a moment to dry. Now what I want to do, get me some little wipies here, and I'm going to really heavy up the acetone in my brush, and I'm going to push this out of the way. I want a jagged edge. I don't want an even edge, because you know how we sponged that on and it kind of just was random? That's how I want this to be. Push, push, push. There we go, GGO. And then I'm just going to make sure I clean up that blue area really nicely. Right there. Let's have the other one.
That is so cute.
I think this is just a really classy reptile look. Reptile can be chintzy if you don't do it the right way. Girl, we don't do nothing chintzy in this building. Do we?
I'm scared of snakes, so maybe you should say a lizard, reptile.
Yeah, reptile, lizard, dragon.
Just pretend it's a purse, it's fine.
Right, just pretend it's a crocodile bag. There actually is a crocodile print on this plate. It's so pretty. Look there. See here? Yes, honey. Now we're going to let that dry. Now, I want to reinforce her nails just a little bit. On these, I put the solid color on. I'm going to just reinforce with one more coat of rubber base before I put a top coat on, because she is the one that packs all of your orders. And child, she is hard on these nails.
Yep.
So we don't want them broken before all of our guests come in Saturday for the used product sale, right? In you go, please. And I know the artwork nails have enough on them because we've put several coats on. If you weren't teaching, how long would it take me to do this set? I could do the fill and the artwork in probably 75 minutes. At least.
Is this a 30-second cure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So everything I'm using is over on the website. Are y'all seeing that link tonight? Or www.themobilemanicurist.com. All right, these are ready for top coat. I'm going to zoom way, way in.
says her 3-year-old daughter keeps saying, "Mommy, I want those
Back up.
nails."
Oh.
That's what my 4-year-old's gonna say when I get home.
All right, y'all. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to pretend I'm in slow motion. I want y'all to watch really closely when this top coat goes on.
Oh.
The shiny top coat emphasizes all the veins underneath. It shows up the chrome that I've put on top. Hold on. Look at that. Give the camera just a second to focus. Oh, yeah. Under, please. Here we go, GGO. Oh, that's gorgeous. This would be a pretty vacation look. Pretty safari look. You know, animal print is just never goes out of style. It's very in, very trendy. Look at those colors.
Think about all the colors you could do this in.
Yeah, you could do this in just a ton of different colors. Switch for me, please. All right, let's get our top coat on these ones. Our second top coat on the artwork one.
Krista says, "Can you chrome all stamping polishes or only certain kinds?"
Only sticky stamping polish, Krista. That's a great question. I'm using sticky stamping polish that's on our website tonight because other stamping polishes don't stay wet long enough. A trait of a stamping polish is it dries really quickly, all right? So most stamping polishes do not stay wet long enough to hold your chrome. And this one has an agent in it that makes it super, super sticky. So it does hold those chrome powders. In you go, please. Just double checking as I go.
Is that the blue Gotti dancing the blues away?
It is. This is dancing the blues away. Y'all look at that shimmer. Is that not gorgeous? Oh, honey.
She's so pretty.
Isn't she lovely?
Sing it.
Yes, she is, girl.
Just don't ask me to sing it.
And switch for me.
She's not gonna be on key if I sing
All right,
it.
so what we're going to do at this point, we're going to clean off this extra stamping polish that's on her skin. There we go. And hold up, let me get a file.
Hi, Susie. My wrist is actually resting on my other arm.
I felt this little thing right here from the beginning. I want to catch her. There we go. Let's get this stamping polish off your thumb. Come in frame for me. Now, I know a lot of people go to great lengths to use the little latex stuff you can put around here. But, child, it takes it forever and a day to dry. I have the whole set of nails done by the time it gets dry. And you see how easy that came off there? This hand, please. Here we go. If you have a stubborn spot, just get you a clean towel. More than likely, it's coming from your towel being dirty or your little wipey being dirty than it is not wanting to come off the nail or the skin. Now,
This ain't nobody got time for the latex to dry.
Lord, no, honey. Nobody. All right, we got lots of dust and all kind of stuff down in these nails. So I'm going to give it a nice little alcohol spray just because I want it to be nice and clean. Even a no-wipe top coat, I always wipe it so that I don't have stuff in the nails. See how much better that looks when you clean all that out of there? Oh, Lord, honey.
So pretty.
Y'all, this is beautiful. I'll go over really quickly again.
Are using acetone to remove the paint on the skin?
Yes, I just put a little bit on my lint-free wipey. And this is just a nice little alcohol
Marisol, so
blend
what
here.
would you charge for this set?
I don't really like to say what I would charge because what I would charge and what you would charge would be two different things. You know, your prices should be based on lots of different things. Your overhead, your expertise, your experience, your just a lot of different things. I can tell you one thing, honey, these wouldn't be cheap.
Karen says, doesn't wiping skin with acetone cause the gel to polish to soften?
I didn't wipe the gel polish. If you noticed when I took that off of there, you see how I folded my little thing? This is how I wiped that off. I did not touch her gel polish. But it would take a lot of acetone for that polish to soften. We've already used acetone on the alcohol ink and it didn't soften. I'm just double checking here, make sure I got everything. There's a little one. But acetone can dull your top coat. It can make your top coat go cloudy. So try not to get that acetone on your top coat.
She didn't, one of the ladies said she didn't see you use the gel.
What gel, love?
Oh, your gel.
What gel?
The sunflower gel.
Oh, I forgot that one. Oh, I was going to do it and I've already oiled them. We can do it. We can go back and do it.
You haven't oiled this one?
I haven't oiled that one. Hold on. We forgot. All right, let me have pointer finger. So because I already have a top coat on it, I got to take the shine off it.
Whoopsies.
Thanks for the reminder. Softly, softly. Don't get into that gel polish. Look, it's sitting right here. Shine is gone. Now we're going to use Shine on Sunflower. We're going to put that over this blue. Oh my goodness. Let me just show y'all this thing.
I did not mean to poke you.
Look at this, how pretty. It looks like sunshine in a bottle.
It does.
We're going to put this on really thin over top of that blue because it's going to reflect some of the snake skin that we've done. It's just going to pull it all together real pretty. Look here, honey. Come up close.
And
You can still see the blue, but this way the nail looks all blue. This one, it looks yellow, and then here it looks green.
What day and time is your sale? Saturday, I guess.
Saturday, 9 to 5. In you go, please.
Ooh, Nancy, are you coming?
And let's go ahead and just clean this oil back off of this one. So they match, because they match otherwise, right? It is from my new collection, Shine on Sunflower. This is from the Dazzling Daydreamer collection. A lot of y'all picked that up last weekend. Thank y'all for everybody that got that. Nobody has been disappointed with it. It is so incredibly dazzling. It's unbelievable. All right, let's put it on this one too. Shine on Sunflower.
Elizabeth, that's going to be me when I go home. She's wearing one of your new polishes, and she said she got distracted while she was driving.
Uh-oh. Don't do it. I had a client did that once, and honey, she looked up. By the time she looked up, she mowed somebody's mailbox down. She damaged her truck. She came back in 2 weeks. She said, that's the most expensive manicure I had. I had to pay for their mailbox. I had to pay for my truck.
Oh, no.
Poor Pam. Oh. Now we'll put the top coat back on this one. We'll leave Pinky all blue. 100% blue. You get your collection Friday.
You are going to love them.
Yay.
They're all so pretty.
They're so versatile. It can be used with anything. And you go, please. I mean, look what it did to that blue. It took the whole thing up a level.
Andrea said one of her clients got a ticket for swerving
Oh.
while she was looking at her nails.
Oh. It happens. It happened. But y'all look at that.
It goes.
Look at that.
Yay, Nancy. Nancy says she's coming to your sale.
Yay. All right, and switch for me. Now, let's get the dust back off this little lady after I buffed her.
We have a new watcher called Icy from New Jersey. First time watcher, long time
Oh,
reply watcher. So mad I
yay.
got out of work late today.
I am so glad you're watching tonight. Now look, I'm going to give y'all a different view take on these. You'll just give me a second here. I'll take my camera out and let y'all see these. You want to see my desk setup? Maybe I'll film that sometime for you guys. Come over in frame.
Oh, it's over here.
Y'all look at this, how pretty. Oh, gorgeous. Other hand, please. And let's get rid of that nail dust that we put back on that one. Listen, I appreciate y'all being here tonight. Real quick, before I give you a final view of her nails, I'm going to show you one last time what I used in these nails. The main component tonight is the stamping plate, which is this one. It's called Snake Plate. Hold on. It's got the gallery card. It also explains how to layer this together. All right. So the blue that we used, this gorgeous, gorgeous blue, is number 93, Dancing My Blues Away. And we paired that with one of Miss Tracy's new gels, Shine On Sunflower. Now, these are so versatile, you guys, that you can use them over any color. And again, it completely changes the way you look at it. If you want true sunflower, put it over yellow or just do 2 coats of it by itself. Okay, we used that. We also used Snow Cream Chrome in gold. These are very versatile. I think we have 5 or 6 colors in these ones. And then the only other component that we used was these, our little neon pigments and our alcohol inks. The 3 inks I used were aqua, green, and yellow. So no bundle tonight. We just wanted to do a fun class. Any final questions on our class? Put your hands right here, please. This one, put this one on right here. I'm trying to get you under the light. I'm going to get my phone out of the holder. Just a second. Honey, y'all look at those things smiling at you.
They are so beautiful.
Look at that.
Sandra says, I need a designated driver for fresh glittery manicures.
Me too.
Right?
Me too.
Yeah. Y'all look at that. Look at her shape. How pretty. Can you see them in the dark? You wouldn't be able to see anything, love. They don't glow in the dark. These are not the luminous pigments. These are just neon pigments. Yeah, these are just the neon ones.
That would be pretty for
Yeah, it would be pretty glow in the dark with these. I'm trying to give them a look of there we go. Look at that gold in there. Is that not beautiful? Thank you, guys. Listen, y'all have a great Wednesday. I will see you Sunday night for an all brand new month and brand new classes. Y'all have a great week. Bye-bye.